Hello. How are you guys all doing? Saturday. Finally, the weekend. The weekend has arrived. And with the weekend, the streaming of the Microsoft Flight Simulator and the Diet Coke. Oh, yes. Woo. Wow. It better be good. I want my Diet Coke money back. Dang! I loved it. I loved every little thing about it. How's everyone doing today? I'm having a good ass time. But yeah, I was thinking that, hold on a second, I'm trying to see, yeah. There is no chat there. Okay. I just want to, I'm trying to establish a chat window for my YouTube chat, which I can read. So I'm just testing some stuff. Okay, so that showed up there, but not on screen. Interesting. And if I typed here in my Twitch chat window, that also does not show up. Can I help you in some way, Mo? Where'd you go? Oh, Mo had something to say. I'm experimenting with my chat, and yeah, it's not working. I'll have to figure this out later. Because, yeah, I was expecting to see some chat. Now, I do have the ability to now at least see my YouTube chat. If you do type in YouTube, in the same place I see my Twitch chat. But I was hoping to get it on screen and using stream elements. I'm doing some new stuff. Oh, by the way, why? The reason why is nobody's here today, which is fine. It's a weekend. But yesterday was a Friday, and I do get a lot of chatters come by on Friday. And a bunch of people came by my YouTube live stream. Not a bunch, I mean two. And both typed really nice things that I completely ignored because I did not, I have to look all the way over to there to see YouTube chat. And so what I did was made a window, which is right in my line of sight where my Twitch chat is, for the YouTube chat as well, which I've been threatening to do for a long time. But I just finally got around to doing today, specifically so that I don't miss nice chat. And technically what it really means is that I don't even have to use that window to monitor YouTube anymore. But what I'm also trying to do is figure out a way to get, I want to see something here. If I go here and look at this, there could be some technical stuff going on today, if you know what I mean. Launch this. Oh, here. Does this show anything in my overlay there? Oh, it does. But it's super faint. Got it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. All right, what I need to do is, hold on a second here, I can fix this. It actually is there. It's just incredibly faint because it's white text on a light background. So I just need to change the color of the text. So let me just log into Stream Elements here. Hold on one second. I think this will just take a second. So here's my overlays, right? I'll be logging me in here. Perfect. Edit it. So yeah, so the color, that looks bad. But if I change the text settings to, or do I just want to change this? No. That doesn't help. Hold on a second here. Checker chat. Well, if I... Oop, no, that's not what I want to do. This is tricky. If I change the opacity, it's white text. Okay, let me show you what this would look like here. Okay, but it didn't show up, though. There. It's not showing up, interestingly. Unless I refresh this thing? Do I have to hit refresh on that? No, it's just black. It's interesting. It should have white text there. And it's the same here too. Okay. because it looks different here than it does in my little browser here, where it's actually showing but just my YouTube. It's messed up. Hold on a second here. So this is my Twitch chat, and yeah, that doesn't come up. Interestingly, so a whole bunch of stuff doesn't work. Okay, well, I'm just starting to play with this stuff today. So if I go back here, chat, and it's showing me live. That's cool. Let's see, revenue, other, profile page. I'm just checking because I just okay, it shows me live. That's kind of cool on YouTube. All right, but what I want to see is in stream elements. Okay, under here I am. Dashboard profile. Social media, but I'd say I wanted to combine my Twitch as well. Yeah, man, now this is really complicated. I'll have to do this offline. Sorry for the delay in getting started, but this, this will pay because nobody's here, so it's good. Data report, streaming tools, overlays. How do I add stream chat? But it's it only shows one of my Twitch chats, and I expected it to show all of them. And there was a page where you could add you could kind of do your thing here. Oof. Interesting. All right, I'll have to figure this out later. Yeah, this was a failure. Okay, so now I have to get rid of this. I'm going to hide this chat thing here. Just going to hide it for now. Wow. Hide it until I figure out why it does not work. Wait a minute. Oh, it's kind of working there a little bit there. At least you could see that. Interesting. But it's white text on a white background. All right, I'll figure that out later. Interesting-ish. All right, but the point is, I can still see. I still change things, so at least now I can see. I can see my YouTube chat. And again, nobody's gonna chat today, which is fine. Monday will be the next opportunity to actually see it. So I've got 2 more days kind of set up how I want chat to be on Monday. It's just a phenomenon where people tend to come by during the week. If you're a regular streamer, I stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. But those are kind of throwaway streams just because I'm sitting around not doing anything anyway, and I want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. By the way, today's stream, now that we're getting into it for a while, that's plenty of time. Already been on for 10 minutes. Today's stream features Diet Coke. Okay, damn it. There'll be a beautiful blue Bluetooth controller. I'm going to do my morning routine today because I didn't do it today and I'm pissed off. That's 2 Quordles, 2 Octordles, and the Tightrope Trivia. See you guys for that after the flight segment, but before the break for music. After the break, I'm going to whip out this beautiful guitar. Oh my God, it's a gorgeous guitar. Hold on, let me go back. Oh my Lord. Beautiful, and a beautiful playing guitar too. This is my favorite, my kind of one of my newest guitars here. The Schecter Guitar Research. It's a Hellraiser C1 with a Floyd Rose and the EMG pickups. It's a real deluxe model, I think, frankly. I'm really happy with it. It's not super expensive because it's made in Indonesia. All right, let's move on with the flight simulating section. Yesterday we had a major triumph in that I was able to start up my Spitfire from cold using the secret information I received from watching AV Angel's show the other day on the Spitfire. Is this going to work or not? Hold on a second. All right, that's working. Good. Want to check the marketplace real quick? Let's see. This stuff here, what I want to see is when in streamed, has anything changed in terms of creator approvals for things that I don't have, that I might have disabled, like this. I don't care about that, but there's a few other things here. These were already listed as creator approved, but I think some things have changed. Some things have been updated here. These were fine. Then this is still not creator approved, but I have it anyway. Let's see. This were streamed. I wonder if that electric plane's ever going to get working again. It's still showing. I bet it still shows as not creator approved. The Eviation Alice. Let's see here. Just want to make sure it's not been turned on. These are still not available. Okay. Yeah, about the same. Nothing major has changed here. Still not creator approved. There's a list of a bunch of things here. Wait, that was Alice even on the plane? Oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's still listed as not creator approved. They haven't updated this. So yeah, we can't really do anything new, but that's fine. We got plenty of wonderful places or planes to try. Let's pick one. Why not? Okay, airplanes first. So again, I really had a good time starting up the old Spitfire, but somebody pointed out, well, Science was here, has pointed out that I have a different plane that looks a lot like the Spitfire because it's the Seafire. It's from a different company, but it's the same plane. In fact, I think I have it here. There's the P-40, which is kind of like similar to Spitfire. Then there's the actual Spitfire, this one, the Flying Iron. That's the one we started up. But I think I have the Seafire. Let's just find out. There's the Mustang, looks a little like that. I'm trying to collect all the World War II style planes. Thus purchasing the 111. Oops. All right. Yeah, and I guess I don't have the Seafire installed. Why is this thing so tiny? Are you hiding from me? Let's find out. Configure. Yeah, it's just a miniature plane, I guess. Well, we'll fly it and find out. Emerald Harbor, Global Freightways, Kenmore, Livery 1, Orbit, Pacifica. Can't tell what any of these look like. Orbit is usually pretty cool. All right, we'll try Orbit. Haven't been in this plane, I don't think. It's not going to be a super exciting one. That's good. We don't always take up. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Where are we flying today? It's got to be Europe. Don't you think? It's got to be somewhere in Europe. Maybe around this area here. We've flown around before. All right, yeah. Make a that island. Is this Sicily? I don't know. Time of day. Make kind of an evening flight. There we go. Like around there, maybe. We'll check that. I wouldn't mind that. But let's see if we can cold start the plane. It shouldn't be that hard, but for these kind of planes, they're typically not super difficult. Yeah, but that's kind of the challenge I enjoy doing. Cold start the plane, and then we effectively have a checkout flight. See what the area looks like. Looks like we have some volcanoes to check out here, if I remember correctly. Those are always fun. Anyway, hope everyone's going to have a wonderful Saturday and Sunday. I should be streaming tomorrow as well. Tomorrow will be the good old keyboard lounge. Ken's Piano Lounge today for the music. I keep forgetting to do what's obviously in front of my face, which I need to clamp on my throttle body here because I'd unclamped it. Just let me. That takes a second though. Clamp. A little more clamping, and it is clamped. Right. Then we go. We're ready to. Why is it looking at me anyway? All right. Let's move around a bit here. Where's the plane? It's there. Is that it? Yeah. It means it says Kench 90909. We like it. And good. We don't have to remove the chocks or struggle to remove the pitot tube covers. Which would be annoying. And you wouldn't have to do that. You know, if you were the pilot, that stuff is going to be done for you. All right, let's pile in. Alrighty. Oh, nice. Let's take a look around. I bet I can find the on switches. Yeah, battery. Let's see. That needs to be there. The generators don't come on yet. Auto ignition armed. Let's see. That stuff is all good. Beacon lights go on. Let's see here. Do these all work? Hold on, I'll be able to tell you in a second. Yes, these all work. Okay, so that can go to there. And that's to there. Or low idle, right? Yeah, power is to low idle. Propeller is to around there. Okay, this is looking good. Oh yeah, what do we need up here? I don't know. All right, we're gonna start the engines. I'm just gonna check everything here. Everything looks nice. Everything's plugged in. Oh yeah, up here. Blah blah blah. This is the lighting, overhead lighting panel. Master panel lights on. Okay. All right. I think the next thing we can do is turn on the starter, right? Okay, we got starter left. On. Hold it for a bit. Maybe, what if we get an APU? We'll find out. Because yeah, I don't hear anything coming on. What if there's some other thing that's... Oop, I was wrong. Nothing's happening. No, it's just turbos. Turbos take a while to start up. But I think it's going to start up. We got some RPM out of this engine number 1 right here. Alright, so that's coming on. So now we can turn the engine generator on from the left side. Let's see. We got to start turning some stuff on here. Looks like it's about fully started. Takes a while. There you go. Alright, so does the starter come off automatically? It's this little thing here I'm looking at here, starter engine. I think we want to turn it off. Right starter goes on. Alright, so we got some things to turn on over here. Avionics master we can turn on. The other engine's starting up. Something's binging. It's starting up as well. Avionics are starting up. This is getting going. Continue. Continue. Right, alright, so there's the autopilot panel. That's good there. All this stuff here. Let's see. Do we need any of this on? What about here? No. Fuel boost pump. I don't think we need that. And that's fuel crossfeed. Alright, generator 2 goes on. Where is it? Dang it. Here we go. And then we can turn off the right, and we start it up. Yeah, we are. We're stabilized. Perfect. Oh, things are happening. It's not that hard. Okay, we got some lights to turn on. I gotta remember what are these panels here. Okay, taxi lights, yes. Hello. Wing lights, navigation lights, recognition lights. I guess taxi lights are not a thing. Ice protection shouldn't be an issue for this flight. I don't think any of these do anything. Logo lights, sure. Let's see, that's your thing. Prop sync, oh, it's always on. That's fine. Well, it's just a thing. Okay. Call the radio. We're gonna fly around. This is Catania. I don't, maybe not. Just gonna fly around. We're gonna check out this beautiful plane. It's a nice, powerful, a big plane with lots of space in the back. There's that person. You can see kind of a deluxe, fancy. Or what are you telling me? Do we have NWS, noticeable steering? Yes, we do.
Runway 08 using taxiway Alpha, Kinch Niner, Niner.
Have to make a little tight turn here. We can do it. Don't worry about that stuff. It's all good. It's all good. Slicing things. Alright, we'll hold short of the runway. Hopefully by then things will be cleared up a bit and we can take off. And if not, we'll just take off. What are they gonna do? Shoot me down? Alright, easy plane to fly. We probably do want to get some lights up here. It's kind of dark in here. I gotta check my lighting panel before. And I don't want to be moving along too fast while I'm doing that. But very stable, easy to drive around here. I was complaining a lot about the certain, like Spitfire, just so hard. Oh boy, we're really glare shielded in there. Really hard to just to get from place to place on the ground, and also everywhere else. All right, we're gonna want to change our trim. We're gonna set up trim for takeoff. Hello, brakes. Not very powerful brakes. All right, we're here. Parking brake on. Okay, trim is gonna be set to something positive, like about. Oh no, that's too much. 12%. There you go. Takeoff trim. Flaps to the mid position for takeoff. We've got flaps adjusted here. Oh yeah, I was gonna say lighting. I think we need some. We can turn on some lighting. Instrument lighting all the way. Avionics. Yeah, we want this stuff on. Oh yeah, for air. We're gonna need all this stuff. Masters on, right? So that kind of lit things up there. Yeah, now we can kind of see things a lot better, right? Perfect. What are these again? Operative. What am I doing? Okay. Will they let me go? I don't know. It doesn't matter. I don't think she's gonna. I don't see any traffic. Oh. Oh, straight out departure is approved. Let's go.
Clear for takeoff.
All right, here we go. Here's what it looks like from here. We got to move this lever here, this lever there, and then start moving the throttle a little more smoothly. Start hearing the whine of those big engines. And we got speed, and we quickly get enough speed to remove ourselves from the ground. Okay, flaps up, gear up, gear coming up. There it is, folding in. Really cool plane. We're gonna head up north. Check out the city here. We want to start moving that down. Let's see, I think this condition lever stays there, though, right? High idle, I don't know. Or running, whatever it is. We'll take a look. What it looks like from down there. Lovely 2024 scenery, lots of beach activity. Clearly, many resorts that people go right here. A lot of them. Wow. That's like a bunch of spas. Well, the swimming pools that one has. And that one had like a roller coaster too. These are fancy places. And then you got your industrial areas. I just love the variety. Cruise ships coming to town. Of course, lots of resorts means lots of cruise ships too. And here's your old town. It's Sicely? I don't remember. Train stations there. It's a great train station. It's right on the coast, right in the water there. I am. Bye. Yeah. I approve this frequency change. More train stations. Oh my goodness. Oh, stopping. Pausing time. This is my favorite things. A roundhouse, right? For the locomotives. And this one's really nicely done. So they store the locomotives in there, and then they, you can see a few of them are kind of peeking out there. They don't look great, but that's what, I guess it's kind of what a locomotive would look like. So they did a pretty good job. But then they have individual houses for locomotives. But it's such a great, unique looking building with a turntable in the center. And then cool. Oh, we like those. It's even better than the stadium, in my opinion. All right, where's our plane? There it is. All right, magical parachutes back on. Thank you. I don't even know if we'll see any stadiums, but there is a volcano, and we're going to check it out after we do a little coastal run here. You can't beat some of the scenery. Of course, we were in Japan, and we saw the cherry blossoms on the tree, and it was really interesting and unique, and like didn't look anything like this area here. All right, let's see if we can. Let's see. Nose is a little light on this trim. Let's nose that's down. That's good there. Perfect. Oh, it's flying like a dream. We want to get our torque down a little bit here. Speed down. We're going too fast. But too fast, better than not fast enough. I mean, just too fast because, you know, I like to take my... Again, you can kind of tell the way train layouts are. Europe's full of trains. It's infested with them. I like trains. And that is some kind of castle, I think, that's out in the... Well, it's definitely a castle. It just looks like it's not a fully... Oh, well, maybe it might be ruins, you know what I mean? This is gorgeous. I always love these European flights. You can't beat them. Somehow. Just about everywhere in Europe, it just feels like a discovery. And we're going to stay nice and low. We're not going from anywhere to anywhere. Okay, Master Caution. Is that like Master Chief? Hey, Master Caution. How you doing today? Alright. I always want to check out the H's. Those are the helicopter landing fields. But they're usually associated with like a hospital or some kind of building. This could be a hospital right there. Although, hard to tell. No? I don't know. There is a pad there. We're going to stay low down the cliffs here. And then we're going to climb up the side of that volcano over there. See what's at the top. Probably just the top. But this is great. This cliffside looks good. All the rocks at the bottom. From this distance, and again, I chose kind of a late afternoon flight. I think it's afternoon. Let's find out. What did I actually end up doing here? You should tell us. Yeah, it's 5:23 p.m. Not live time, but if I see here, the live weather is turned on. So it is a perfectly lovely day there. It's just later in the day. Yeah, this is definitely cool. Being able to read my YouTube chat in the same area as my Twitch chat. So even though that stream elements thing wasn't working, and I think I could probably get it to work. I have made some technical improvements that I think will help me not miss YouTube chats. And I just feel bad about people coming to YouTube, say something really nice, and then I completely ignore them until near the end of the show when they're gone. Because they're not, you know, people don't hang around too long. Where are we anyway? Exactly. Let me just show, if we bring up the EMB here, and zoom out a bit, you can see this is, okay, that's the boot of Italy there, that we're flying directly towards, but it's a long way away. So this is the east side of Sicily? Is that right? Which is huge, which is a big island. Which I've done before, I mean, and that's the cool side, because it's the side that's kind of facing, well, anyway, I don't know if it's the cool side. It's got some really interesting road work. Well, no, I'm thinking of Crete, where they have like a road that circles the island. Which one is Crete? Crete's up there. Or, no, Crete's down there. It's Greece. Right, and then there's this airport here. What's it called? Punta Raisa. Ricey. Okay, that's far away though. I don't know what the actual closest airport is. Well, we took off from somewhere. But there's one, yeah, there's this one over in the actual mainland of Italy. This is not very much is going on part of Italy there. All right, let's head up to the volcano. You can kind of see it's right here. So we're gonna give us a little power here. We got plenty of fuel for this little trip here. And we're gonna try to get ourselves some altitude. I have a feeling we got to get up to what, 7,000 feet here. At least 6,000. We'll find out. I think we can do it. This plane's got the power. We just got to use it. And we have plenty of gas. I might not be able to go straight up. What are we doing? We're going up at what? 2,000 feet per minute? Yeah. That's not a problem. Okay, so you can see the coastline here, and again, that in the distance is the mainland part of Italy. Right? And again, not much is happening on that part of it. But then this is an island view.
Aerial trans 2813 exit runway when able.
But yeah, volcanoes. This one is pretty clearly permanently dormant. Hopefully we'll be able to, yeah, we're at 2,400 feet per minute, and we got to get up. We got to hold that for a couple minutes, and we'll be at where we need to be. Very, very comfortable plane. Doesn't jerk you around. No major surprises. Let's see, everything there looks good.
Contact ground on 129er. 725.
Just checking all of our instruments and the engines, all there on the electronics there.
129er, 725 aerial trans.
We're heading up that way, so that's why we're trying to get some our altitude going here. Definitely gained a lot of altitude, and then we're going to lose it real quick too.
6205.
I have a feeling. It'll be fun. We're stressing the plane out. I don't see any warnings, cautions. We definitely have fuel, right? What is that down here? Where it says on the lower left, it says PPH. I don't know what PPH means. Is it something per hour? Is that a fuel rate? Is that a consumption rate? Yeah, okay. It is. I think it's pounds of fuel per hour. There's a couple ways you could measure the rate of fuel, like gallons per hour, but I think pounds of fuel per hour is another way of doing it. And especially, it's not giving you a number, it's just giving you a relative value. Although you'd think I'd be using a lot more fuel, because I'm basically full out here. Okay, what does this look like? It starts to be, you can see rugged terrain with little cinder, cones there of little mini volcanoes on the side of the volcano, which is very typical of a volcano. Lots of craters, you call them, I guess, that are on the side. Lots of little ones, and then the big craters up there. I don't know if we'll get there. I'm gonna try it. I think we'll be able to make it. What are we at? We're over 8,000 feet and climbing. Yeah, it was crazy. Now we're near 6,000 feet. This is a tall volcano. I mean, volcanoes ain't fooling around. But neither's this plane. Look at that. Turboprop power, man. Turbo power. Turbo power meaning specifically at altitude, it tends to keep a lot of its power compared to a piston design. But typical jets are the other way around. They make most of their power at good altitude and speed. But turboprops are kind of good for just, you want to get up there quick to a certain altitude. And this is a pressurized plane. We'd be nice and comfy here. So it definitely looks like there's a windy, super steep road that I would not want to take my car up. I went up to the top of Mauna Kea in my car twice, 2 different cars, when I lived in the Big Island, Hawaii. But it's a really wide road. I mean, it's steep, but it's really wide and flat because they had to take these huge mirrors up it. All right, this is it. Okay. What's our altitude? 10,800 feet, and we're just barely making it over this thing. And we're reducing power. And that is what the top looks like. It's quite a complex bunch of little volcanic stuff going on there. Wow. Yeah, so we're 11,400 feet. We were at sea level a few seconds ago. Pretty view. All right, well, I think the airport I want to go to is this way. But meanwhile, we're going to reduce power and hit the ground. Hit the pay dirt. I think we got time. How far is it? I'm talking about the airport that's just over on the other side in the actual Italy area. Let me just check it again here. Can I turn off the radio? always have to figure out how to do that. Where are the radio? The radio controls would be here, right? So if I change cruise volume to 0, does that do anything? Oh no, calm 1 volume. That'll turn off. There is no crew volume, so. But, I mean, they're not even talking to me. Alright. So you can kind of see in the distance there's a pin. It's not that far. Let's just double check here. Okay, it's a solid 5, 10, 15, 20. It's 20 miles. But it'll be nice. We'll go up the coastline. We're going to go up the coastline and we'll go over the water and we're going to land there at LICR, which is we can check here. The runway is, it's 6,000, it's 2,000 meters. It's plenty big for this plane. Perfectly large. And it's right on the coast. I think we've landed there before. But anyway, we're going to head down to the air, again, this is where we went up to the top because that's over 10,000 feet. And back down again to 0. Because that's the way we like to roll around here. And as again, it's not a jet, but it's a fast enough plane to get us where we want to go. I may set up once we're heading up north, north on the coast at low level. Hi Pilgrim, how you doing? A variety of different suits. I do have a walk-in closet filled with a variety of different suits and like maybe 100 shirts. And I don't wear them all the time, but I have a bunch of these jackets in different colors, which are not expensive. I got them online, all basically the same time. You know, Amazon was like, oh, $60, $70 in silver, which is the other one I wear. And I'm like, oh, it comes in red and green too. I get them all colors. So I got all they're not expensive. I got all the colors of this kind of style jacket. Square there, but yeah, it's all kind of I try to be fashionable, and then I have some suits, and I only wear the suits at TwitchCon. No, yeah, they look kind of they might be tailored, but they're not. This is off the shelf stuff, cheap stuff. But that's why I like to drive to TwitchCon. I take like 3 suits with me, and they're nice suits, like a pinstripe gray suit, and I have a pinstripe blue suit. And I wear those at the pre-registration, which is where kind of you're going to see the most Thursday night registration for TwitchCon. I always tell people, if you want to meet, if you want to see partners, that's where they all are, because they're pre-registering for the convention, and right after pre-registration on Thursday is where the partner party is, right there where pre-registration is. And they also get first look at the Loot Cave, which is the Twitch store. And there's some cool stuff that only the partners can kind of see because they'll sell out real quickly. That's where I wear my suit. But, Vegas, I brought it with me. Vegas was way too hot to wear a suit, man. But, Gardini Naxos. Naxos Gard. But I'm going to be lower here. But San Diego is definitely kind of suit weather usually. It's not that hot in October. So I'll be wearing them again. But yeah, I figure, look fashion, look the part. You want to be around other people who are trying to be fashionable. You want to be fashionable yourself. The other thing I have is 30 pairs of glasses. So if I need a red pair of glasses, I can just go into my box over there and fetch the red pair, which I don't wear that often unless I'm trying to match the theme today. So, all right, where are we? Okay, we're heading up the north here. I just can't imagine living in such steep conditions, you know what I mean? Just living basically on a cliffside. But here's the evidence that people are doing it in big numbers too. And have been for hundreds of years. This just really, really reeks of people living in Europe for a long time. You knew I do have ridiculous. I don't buy them anymore. No, I have a ridiculous amount of glasses. It's not normal. But I have what I have is too many guitars. Not too many, the right number, and too many glasses. Not too many for me, the right number. So I'm not getting any more. I'm not there. I'm currently I have a moratorium on purchasing both guitars and glasses because I just want to appreciate the ones I have. But there was a while In which it was like, yeah, I'm buying more. I want these. I want those. I want these. You know, so, but yeah. Then I'm like, okay, I think I have enough now. I may have gone overboard with glasses, but I swear to God, I love each and every one of them. And I change glasses just about every day. Which is probably not good for you. I mean, they're all the same prescription. They should be okay. Doesn't seem to bother me. Again, we are heading up the coast here. Basically, the airport we want to head to is dead ahead, but we're going to kind of go up the coast a little to the left here. It's across the I don't know what that is, but it's a straight in Italy. Right, put a little more power here. But I just want to stay nice and low. Look, there's some radio towers to look at here. We like that. What's it look like from here? That's what it looks like from here. Kind of glary, actually. It's not the best view this time of day from the outside. From the inside, at least. Oh, look at those switchbacks. Wow. It's like, how long does it take you to get from here to there? They can just put, you know, and then they got to put a tunnel in. Okay, here's a place I think where there's like a river that goes in or something, right? There's a canal. I don't know. I think we've flown around here before. Hey, see you next time, Pilgrim. Thanks for dropping by. You know, it's Saturday and Sunday. I don't necessarily expect a big crowd. This is all just like beach, though. It's all beachfront. Everybody here lives right on the water. And this is the beautiful Mediterranean Ocean Sea, whatever it is. All right. Oh, we got a cemetery. And there's a helicopter landing pad that says Rocca Lumera Cemetery, which I think it's unusual to have a helicopter landing pad at a cemetery. But we're going to fly over and check it out. Again, here's some like a dry washed, I think, you know, like an arroyo. We'd call that an arroyo, California, when, you know, only during storms is there any water. But that's kind of a Spanish term. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think we've already missed. Okay, no, it's there. We can just barely see it. The cemetery. It's probably on a hillside. But I'd expect to see a helicopter landing pad. Right around here, maybe? I mean, I don't see anything. I'm just going to go with... It's here? I mean, I'm just looking for something that says H on it, which would indicate you're supposed to land your helicopter. Maybe it's over that side. I kind of think that it's probably this whole thing here. Like our different rows of cemetery stuff. Or down there, too. Oh, maybe there's... Gosh, I don't know, sheep. That's what we're supposed to be, though. It's not impressive, but it's something. Let's keep flying the plane. Are planes supposed to fly sideways? Well, they can for short periods of time. Why does it show 0 volts? Oh, it's because of my external power. Center, left generator, right generator. 24 volts, I guess. Battery. Okay. Kind of cool how that all works. Cool. Test it for showing different voltages. We should be flying the plane. Okay. Yeah, you get this great road here, which just goes from, you know, bridge to tunnel to bridge to tunnel to bridge to tunnel. It's pretty amazing. It must be very expensive to maintain this road. So it goes in a bridge, then it goes in a tunnel, and it goes in a bridge, and another tunnel. And it just does this for like hundreds of miles. And hundreds of bridges and tunnels in order to circumvent this entire island. You know what I mean? The engineering. That's a nice looking beach there. I think these beaches get a lot of shadow during sunset. That's why they're kind of dark. But in the sun, but they're very in the morning. You're going to get the sunrise right over there. So they're very bright in the morning. Let's see if we can adjust this here. We're kind of getting closer there. We should probably start rolling over to the other side there. There's the airport we want to land at. But it is beautiful, beautiful terrain. Again, more people living Just right on the sides of these steep-ass hillsides. Crazy, man. What do you think, Mo? Want to go outside? You can go outside. The door's open. But let's try not to smash into them. You can see power distribution. And then there's some kind of valleys that go up there. Probably, maybe there's an advantage to living in the valley areas. It's quieter. The beach places are more, I don't know, touristy. But man, these beaches are epic. They're huge. I mean, look, they go a long ass way. I just don't know how warm the water is, though. Most of the time of the year, it may not be that really that you'd want to go. Now we could go way up there, and we could prove that it's an island because it's just water. But let's cross over to Italy, or the mainland of Italy, which is right here. We'll do a little water flight here. It's just a couple minutes at the speed here. Pretty plain. Also, again, beautiful terrain. That's where they should probably film the next White Lotus, I think. Did they already do it in Italy? I think they did. They did Maui, and they did someplace, and then they did in the Mediterranean, but I don't know if it's Italy. And then they did this Thailand season. Boy, what a crappy show. No, I kind of, the thing is, I'll defend the White Lotus just because, it is what it is. You can't have expectations that high. And it is amazingly filmed. It's very sumptuously filmed. It definitely makes you feel like you watched money, even if the story is stupid. And the characters are very wooden and unrealistic. It still looks like you still feel like they spent a lot of money, and somehow that's very satisfying. It doesn't really have to be good if you just feel like you were rich just watching it. All right, we're gonna come over here. There's the landing field right there, Reggio Calabria. And Calabria is like the region of Italy here, so we're gonna come over here. We're gonna make this turn here. Oh yeah, we really want to start. Looking like a plane that can land on something. By the way, do I have air brakes? I don't think so. But we do have landing gear, which we're gonna need. Okay, that's our speed. We're a little fast. We'll go to full flaps here. That's landing flaps there. 40-degree flaps. Here's what it looks like from here. We've got this runway here. We're a little high. So we're going to lower our engine speed here again. It doesn't look like we're high from here, but from here especially, you can really see how we've got to lose some altitude. It always looks different here. That will be fine, though. In my opinion. It's a pretty decent long runway. Looks like there's two, but there's really only one that lets you land on. And I think we've got reversers on on these props, but we'll find out in a second. All right, here's what it looks like from here. What it should look like, pretty much. We don't need this anymore. Soft landing. Reversers on. There they go. There's the reversers. Alright, forward engines again. Decent landing, I gotta say. I mean, I've got my practice. I don't fly this particular plane that much, but it's not hard. It's got a nice, smooth way of handling there. We want to be a little less power here. Whoa, full braking. Whoa. What? I didn't realize I was going that fast. Hold on. Slower. Alright. There we go. Slower on the engines. There we go. Or the propeller. I guess that's a propeller pitch. So we just want a little bit of propeller pitch here. There you go. I want to check out this airport. Looks pretty cool. This is the one that's in Italy. But as I mentioned, after our one flight today, it was a nice long flight. That's way too much power here. Oh, okay. There we go. Fuel cut off. Right. That looks good. Can we open the doors in this plane? I don't think it has like a door opening system that I've seen before. Usually, okay, there's those. There's those. I think there is a way to open these doors in the back, but I don't know what are these back here. That's an emergency door. I can't worry about it. So usually there's switches that are like, oh, door open up here. But anyway, let's turn these off. Yes, off. Battery off. Avionics master off, technically. Engine on ignition. Avionics master's there. Should turn that first. It's fine. Let's see. I don't think there's a fuel valve cut off still, because I don't remember turning one on. Let's just double check here. In there, no. Nothing there. Right. Oh yeah, that's lights. I don't care. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Pretty plane. I would fly this plane in the real world. Absolutely. And I would fly as a passenger in it because it's a very safe plane. You can tell. It's definitely a good one. They're expensive, but for private planes, sure, why not? Or for a small commercial flight, Orbit Airlines. Let me see if I can get a outside shot here that I like of this plane, especially because we do have that prominent Kinch 9er, and we always like that. It's on both sides, and again, not all the 2024 planes seem to have this. All right, here we go. I don't spend too long doing this. Perfect. All righty. Okay, well, the second half of the show is not going to commence yet. No, today I'm going to do my morning brain workout routine. Let's get that queued up here. Give me a second here. I'm going to stay in the category, though. Good flight. Oof, beautiful stuff. I love the terrain. You're not going to stop. Okay, hold on a second here. Quit to desktop. Let me get this going. Cheers, everyone. More Diet Coke. All right. So what does my morning brain routine consist of? Well, thanks for asking. It's 2 Quordles, 2 Octordles, and a Tightrope. So let's get going on that here. Hold on a second here. All right. So, we got to get going. Now, if I mentioned before, this is a Quordle. This is the classic. We're going to do the Quordle. Quordle, it means 4 Wordles at the same time. You solve them all kind of simultaneously. You need 3 good starting words, and I'm going to show you mine, and you're welcome to use them. But you could always come up with your own, but you have to have 3. You have to come up, if you're going to do this a lot and you want to do well, you need 3 good starting words. I was trying to convey this to Taylor Starlight. I was watching her stream the other day. Taylor Starlight is a lovely e-girl streamer, fantastic, by the way. And she was looking for stuff to do on stream. So she's doing these. She was doing these, the Quordles and the Octordles, and I'm an expert, so of course. And she did the I think I had her do. She did the Tightrope too, and the trivia quiz. Mo, what are you saying? All right, anyway, let's do this. So my 3 starting words are noisy, plate, and crumb. There's no secret. They're going to be the same for every game, every single time. Now, for just the regular Wordle, like the New York Times Wordle, you don't always necessarily want to do all 3 words because you might not, for various reasons. Let me put it that way. But for the Quordle and Octordle, you always do. Don't ever just do 2. Okay, so we have, that could be bling or blink, but it's usually blink. This one could be, let's see. Let's see. Couldn't be that many things. It could be cache, C-A-C-H-E. which it is. Let's see. Okay, we got a T and H. Again, that could be thing or think. So that's a tough one. And this could be bling or blink, but I'm going to go with blink. Oof, it was bling. All right. Well, or no, sorry, it could be blind. I think we could be blind. But that helped here because now I think this is thing and not think. And it wasn't bling, but it's blind. Sorry, I was, for some reason, I always look blind. And that's good because the D gives us an important letter in this last one here. So we got 2 guesses to guess this. And we have an O-I. It's not avoid, but it could be O-I-D. But then what could it be? It could be something I, something O-D. It could be... Oof, this could be a tricky one. Let's see if we can just come up with something here. Well... Ovoid. Who knows? It was ovoid. I thought it was avoid with an A, but then we don't have an A available. But ovoid with an O is available. All right, 2 Quordles, 2 Wordles. Sorry, 2 Quordles, 2 Octordles, and a Tightrope. Let's do the Tightrope next. We'll come back and do the other stuff shortly. So Saturday is the second to the hardest trivia quiz. They're timed. The faster you get them, the more points you could do. So let's see how we do. Mesa. I'm trying to read the clues as quickly as possible. It's only on Passover. Supposed to be at least. Okay, I happen to be Jewish. That's cheating, but you know what it is. Astrologist predictions. That was Nancy Reagan. I remember that one. Of course, you have to be a certain age to get some of these trivia quizzes. You have to have been around back in Nancy Reagan days. It was required a lot and was blank. She was happy and was onerous of those. Vocabularies. Those you have to read all the vocabulary words. You can miss 2, but I don't like to miss any. Scurvy. That's what they called them. Okay. But Mythic Sculptor. They adapt into what musical? My Fair Lady. Okay. It's Witch Lizard. Largest in the world is the Komodo dragon. So there's a bunch of clues there. Conservatives and tell us about manifest destiny. Good neighbor doctrine. Yeah, right. And history, you know, got to get those. Blah, 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 blah. 1 rand coin. Ha, ha, ha. South Africa. Okay, so we got the Tightrope today, which was considered one of the harder ones, but I thought that was easy. We get it in very good time. Now, unfortunately, there's a bug, which they may not tell us what we're going to do, how we deal here. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. 2200 is clever funambulist. So we're well over the... Oh, my goodness. That's a very high score. You're not going to be able to do that well. Wow. All right. Moving on to the Quordles, but we did quite well on the trivia. So back to Quordles. We did 1 Quordle. We got 2 Quordle and 2 Octordles. We're going to do the Quordle Daily Extreme because it's a little harder. And I like the challenge. Same 3 words. Then we're going to go to the Octordles. And that one has the hardest one, the Rescue. Let's take a look at what we got. We have CLO something E. It's got to be. And so what of these remaining constants could it be? I think it could only be clove. So let's try to grab it. The V is usually this one we have clump. That could only be clump. So let's grab that one. We have moist, and that's the only thing it could be because there's an M-O-I-S and a T. And then we have the only tricky one here. Well, it's not that tricky because it could be array. It could be a couple things. All right, we're done with this one. Hey, we're almost done with the morning. I got to do this every morning, so I like it to take 10 minutes or less, but we still got 2 things to do. Here's today's Octordle. We're first going to do the classic and then the rescue. I'll talk about that. But classic is just like the Quordle, except with 8 words simultaneously being solved. 8 5-letter words you got to solve. Here are the clues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing too obvious here, sticking out here. Let's see. We have stern, I think, on the upper right. We've got, let's see. This could be a couple things because it could be rouge. No, actually, I think it can only be rouge. Maybe not only, but that's the most likely thing. Okay, now we have a CO, and it could end in ER, but it could be cover, COVER. It could be cower. It could be coder, CODER. This is a tough one here. Hopefully we'll come back to that. We got other ones to do. All right, so we got a P. Let's guess speed, because that would fit that. It could be a couple things. All right, good. And the D is helpful down here. Now we have a B and an L. It could be abled, ABLED, right? The L can go there. Yeah, it pretty much has to be. It could have been bailed, BALED, but it wasn't. Let's see. Okay, now we have that B and an L here. And 2 E's, but not next to each other. So, this could be the bevel or bezel. Oh, I hate that. Oof. This one here has an S, and we have the H available, so we're going to go the ashen. Could have been a couple of things, but I felt good about that. Oh, and that H is helpful. Let's see. We still don't know if it's cover, cower. We know it's not coder. Still could be cower or cover. Oof. All right, what do we have? Oh, the H was good up here. So we have an N and an H to place. And it could be whiny. WHINY. Good. All right. So we're moving on. Hey, we got to do this quickly. We got to get moving on this. And then we're going to switch to the music category. I'm going to play guitar for a while. It should be fun for me. Unfortunately, you don't have to stick around. There's no law that says you do. All right, we're gonna have to guess. So we got 2 words and we got plenty of guesses here. So we're gonna do bevel, BEVEL. Yeah, it was bezel. It's always the other one. Trust me, I try it half the time. But we have enough guesses to guess now. It was cover. Wasn't cower. It wasn't coder or coffer. It could have been so many things. That's why we had to wait to get that V. But we got it. The daily classic is completed. All right, now we're going to do the hard one. The hard one is the daily rescue, which is similar to a classic in that there's 8 words, but you don't get to choose your starting words. It chooses 4 words at random for you. That's what it means is by a rescue. You still have to win the game, but you got to rescue it from a terrible starting position, which includes things like neither you nor O. But we can infer if there's no vowels shown that there's probably going to be a U or an O in there. That's not very helpful. Let's see. BOLU, BUL, bowl. Oof. Don't know that one. Okay, we have an R and an E. I'm going to try remit. Thank goodness. The M was helpful too. All right. So we have an A to place. The A has to start the word. A something MIN. It could be admin, right? ADMIN. It could be... I think that's pretty much all I got here. Good. Okay, and the D is helpful here. So this is probably going to end in D. It's probably going to be rabid with a B. No, it could be rapid with a P, right? Which it's got to be RAPID, I think. which is good because that P is normally helpful. It wasn't helpful. Well, we eliminated it. All right, we're moving along here. Okay, A something L. Who knows what else? It could be. It could be glow. No. I don't know. Let's come back to that. We still don't have anything here. We don't have anything here. Oh, we have the W here. Let's see. N. There's an N, an I, and a W to place. Sinew. S-I-N-E-W. What do you guys think? Good, because we needed that S. Well, we needed the word. All right, let's see what else we got here. All we have is the I, and you could either start with an I-E something. I don't think it does. So I think the E is got to be here. So we have E-I something N. Something E-I something N. Let's see, what could it be? It could be... and it could use an N there. It could be knee. It doesn't have a R in there. It could be R-E-I-G-N, but it could be feign, F-E-I-G-N, which I think it was. All right, the G was not helpful, and the F was not helpful, but that's all right. We got the word. We're moving along. I've been having a good time. What do we have left? We have 3 words to get. Oof. This has still got an O and probably an O and an L and a U in it. But what else it goes? It could have a Y. We haven't used Y yet either. It could be B-Y-L something. Oof. It could be bully. I like bully. It wasn't bully. It could be bulky. Oh, well, that's okay. We have 3 guesses for 3 words, and I think it can only be bulky, right? B-O-L, right? Bulky. I should have guessed bulky, though. It could have been bully, but now it can only be bulky, which is important because that K might be available, but it's not. But at least we eliminated the K. And we still have 2 guesses for 2 words. We could theoretically win this. And there's a T and there's a U. Okay, so I know the word. It's got to be utile, I-L-E. E can go there. The T has to go here, I think. And the U can only pretty much go there. It could go there, but it's utile. And now we have 1 left to solve. That's this one here. All we know about it here is that it has the A, L, and Y. But it's not that. And the A, there's no A there. Oh, it could be alloy, A-L-L-O-Y, right? Alloy. I'm crossing my fingers. We won the rescue. Now, I don't win the rescue every day. I do not win the rescue every day. I only win the rescue about 1 out of 3 times. So when I win the rescue, I'm pretty happy about it. Woohoo! Look at me, getting pretty happy. And I'm going to celebrate having some Diet Coke. Having some of the old Diet Coke. Now, I think I need more ice, but it is still nice and dark. Okay, I finished my morning brain workout. It's still technically morning somewhere in the world. We won the daily rescue. We won the classic. Okay, I'll do the rest of them later. We did that. We won the tightrope. Which I always do. Oh, this is one of the harder ones, right? Daily trivia game. We won this one here. There, 2,400 points. For some reason, it's not going to let me see it's got a bug where it's not showing the rating. It's scrolled up. That's a lot of points, though. We did really well. All right. Okay. I'm going to run my mid-roll, and when we come back, it'll be guitar time. So stick around for that, unless you actually enjoy your life, in which case, get the hell out now. Okay, moving things around there, right back to there. Oh, look, you can see my love thing. All right, we're in the musical category. I got my Diet Coke still. Plenty of that. Oh, hello. I just realized I liked it. For the musical category, I turned my reverb back on. Oh my God. It sounds like a canyon, but it really helps when you're singing, which I probably will do because I'm playing my guitar here. What guitar is this, by the way? Look up close. You can see it is a Schecter. Oh, geez. Schecter. It says Schecter there. Schecter Guitar Research. Good name for a company that does not research, but in fact manufactures guitars. Yeah, it's got all sorts of fancy stuff. This is crushed abalone binding, crushed abalone inlays all up and down here. It's the best of the fanciest stuff you can get, and a full crushed abalone body binding on the outside. You just can't imagine how deluxe this thing looks in person until you see it. And all the colors, and then okay, you got your EMG active pickups, Floyd Rose. Full actual Floyd Rose trem system, double lock and trem system in all matching satin nickel finish. It's a really deluxe guitar, all right. Looks good and it sounds good. All right, warming up a bit here. I think I do want to do a song that I haven't done for a while. We'll do, oh, wait a minute. Unhappy anniversary, 1 year since we split. I want to do this Loudon Wainwright song as a, for Weston as a solo. Hold on, look at the lyrics. All right. Sorry, lyrics. All right, I love this song. I didn't realize I hadn't played it in years. But then Weston pointed out that I used to play it. It goes like this. Okay, let's move to transitions here. It goes like this. Unhappy anniversary. It's 1 year since we split. Walk and talk and get around. Lie down, stand up and sit. I eat and drink and smoke and drink. I eat and drink and smoke and sing. Live a little bit. Unhappy anniversary. 1 year since we split. Unhappy anniversary. It's 10 years since we met. There's no need to remind me. No way I could forget. We fell in love, then we fell out. Both times there was no net. Unhappy anniversary. It's 10 years since we met. Unhappy anniversary. I cannot count the days, the nights that I have thought of you since we went separate ways. I tell my mind to forget you, but my heart it disobeys. Unhappy anniversary. I cannot count the days. Unhappy anniversary. It's 1 year since we split. I walk and talk and get around, stand up, lie down and sit. I eat and drink and smoke and sing. Live a little bit. Unhappy anniversary. It's 1 year since we split. More of a traditional folk song. That's a pretty good song. Okay, I wanted to do divorce playing cards. I haven't. Tell me about divorce playing cards a little bit, or give me a link. I'm curious now. I want to do, what we haven't done is Shiny Happy People, which is one of my original songs that I did when I started doing like the karaoke versions. Oh, wait, tell me about the divorce playing cards. All right, we're gonna do. Oh yeah, not that one. I like to do them in the order I want to do them. All right. So we're gonna do Psycho. Psycho Chicken. Then we're gonna do Country Road. It means it's gonna be real different, you know. Or Carolina on mine. Excuse me. This is the one I like to do, right? Yeah. I like to do them all. I want to go back to this random order of these songs. It's what I want to do. I just love this version because of the back end vocals. Oh shit, my back. Give me a second here. A little less volume there, and I got a capo 1 if I want to pick along with this thing, right? That. Do. the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Carrying cheese, a silver sun, you better walk her away and watch it shining. Watch the morning come. Silver tear appearing now, I'm crying. Ain't I'm going to Carolina in my mind. There ain't no doubt in no one's mind that love's the finest thing around. Whisper something soft and kind. Sky's on fire, I'm dying. Ain't I'm going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just feel the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina in my mind. Dark and silent late last night, I think I might have heard that highway calling. Decent blighting dogs are biting, and signs that might be omens say I'm going to Carolina in my mind. With a holy host of others standing around me, still I'm on the dark side of the moon. And it seems like it goes on like this forever. You must forgive me if I'm up and going to Carolina in my mind. In my mind, I'm going to Carolina. Can't you see the sunshine? Can't you just see the moonshine? Ain't it just like a friend of mine to hit me from behind? Yes, I'm going to Carolina. To carry on without me, I'm gone. Boy, it's choked out at the end there. I'm gonna do a couple more songs. Who knows? Oh yeah, I wanted to do this one again. Not Country Roads. John Denver. This one. Take Me Home. It's called Take Me Home. Dang it. Which one do I want to do, though? These are probably both good. Let's try this one. Wait a minute. Hold on. I keep getting the, I get the cable here. Cable 3, I think, right? Cable 2. Dang it. I'll get it right in a second here. Cable 2, right? Almost heaven, West Virginia. West Virginia, 2-inch mountains, Shenandoah River. I think that's about right. Let's see how we do. A great song in any case. West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is on there. Oh, boy, that beat is really hard. Heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is older, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather around her. Miner's lady, bring you to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Look at chase the moonshine, you drop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear a voice in the morning as she calls me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I should have been home yesterday. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Alabama, take me home. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Alabama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, oh my God, country roads. Nice, I guess. What's the next one I do? Oh yeah, I do this one. Oof. Run out of juice for the singing though. I don't care. I have one I want to do. Comes to mind sometimes. How about paint it black? I think this is the one we do. Most likely. Cable 2? Cable 2, I think.
Blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you. If I look hard enough into the setting sun, I look and laugh with me before the morning comes. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn back. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. See you, lady. Black is black, black is night, black is gold. Wanna see the sun shining out from the sky. I wanna see you, baby, baby, baby.
All right, it's got to be the last song. But, you know, it's going to be a typical one. This one here.
Sinking.
Keep with 3.
Out of bearded body, nightly, beside green grass, swing, swing, swing the spitting step. You wear those shoes, I will wear that dress. Oh, kiss me beneath the milky twilight, leave me out on the moonlit floor. Lift your open hand, strike up the band and make the fireflies dance. Silver moons perfect. So kiss me. Kiss me down by the broken treehouse, swinging me upon its hanging tire, bringing kiss strike up the band and make the fireflies dance till the moon sparkling.
Well, I think I want to do the other song of theirs that I like to do. Not this one, because it's not that hard to sing for me. So that's going to be, There She Goes. Search for Her Time. Hopefully it's this one, right? I think so. Also, Cable 3, right? Nope. Is it down here? It's not the one I do. Okay. There's a couple of different keys for this, and that's not the one I like to do. It's in a different key. It's this one. Oh, my. Get me every time. There we go. Oh, shit. All right, well, pause it. Pause. I did something stupid in chat. Oh, if... Hang on. There we go. Okay. Last song of the night, though. I do love the song. I never do it enough. Why did it not go back to where I wanted to? There we go. All right. Last song. Turn it up nice and loud. There she goes. There she goes again. Racing through my brain. And I just can't contain this feeling that remains. There she goes. There she goes again. Pulsing through my veins. And I just can't contain this feeling that remains. Thank you, Lizard Blue. That is a banger of a song. You know what? There's another banger of a song. Appreciate your comment on YouTube there, which I can actually see now. This is not going to be a karaoke song because I'm done with karaoke songs. But I remember there's a song that I really like to do. It's called. I do it for a friend of mine. It's called. I think I remember the title. It's called "Modern Jesus" by an alt rock band called Portugal the Man. Pretty obscure, but it's a good song. But I always do those sixpence and none the richer songs. I guess they're the laws. Okay, it goes like this. I want to do this from here. Come on in, take a seat next to me. You know we got what you need. We may be liars preaching to choirs, but we can sell your dreams. You don't need sympathy, they got a pill for everything. Just take that dark cloud and ring it out to wash it down. But I don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only role we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We are the ones who start little fires. If they burn out, but when they're on the rise, they can't help but shine. And when the wave approaches, take our ashes to the ocean. Don't care as if hell awaits. We're having drinks at heaven's gate, but I don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. We know that we're helpless, at least that's what we assume. But we don't need to prove nothing to you. Let's all stay cool. You don't want to feel blue, but we won't sell you nothing you can't use. So don't pray for us. We don't need no modern Jesus to roll with us. The only rule we need is never giving up. The only faith we have is faith in us. That's the song. It kind of ends like that too. It's got that great abrupt ending. The other song I wanted to do, oh shit, but I need the lyrics for this. It's a Killers song. You guys know I love the Killers, right? I don't even really remember if I remember the song. I don't care. I think I'd remember it. It took a long time to learn it. It goes like that. It's called Spaceman by the Killers. Started with a low light. The next thing I knew, they ripped me from my bed. Then they took my blood type. Left a strange impression in my head. Know that I was hoping that I could leave this star-crossed world behind. When they cut me open, I guess I changed my mind. And I know I might have just flown too far from the floor this time. Cause they're calling me by my name, and they're zipping white light beams, disregarding bombs and satellites. But that was a turning point. That was one lonely night. Starmaker says it ain't so bad. Dreammaker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. And now I'm back at home, man. I'm looking forward to this life I live. Know it's gonna haunt me. The hesitation to this life I give. Think I might cross over.
You caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. You better look it over before you make that leap. And you know I'm fine, but I hear those voices at night. Sometimes to justify my claim, and the public don't dwell on my transmission, 'cause it wasn't televised, but it was a turning point. Oh, what a lonely night. Songmaker says it ain't so bad. The dream maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. My global position systems are vocally addressed. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. They say the Nile used to run from east to west. I'm blind, but I hear those voices at night. Sometimes Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. Star Maker says it ain't so bad. Dream Maker's gonna make you mad. Spaceman says everybody look down. It's all in your mind. All in my mind. All in my mind. I love the Killers. I should do more of their songs. Well, I used to do almost dancing. Are we human or are we dancer? Are we human? I guess it's called Human, right? But I can't do that one. For some reason, I've forgotten it. Well, you know, I'll pick it up again someday. All right. Listen, people. Jeez, that's a lot of reverb. Absolutely necessary for me to sing. Thank you very much, listener. By the way, if you like that, I had such a good time today. You're going to be shocked what I'm about to say. Do the whole thing again tomorrow. All right. So there'll be a Microsoft Flight Simulator segment starting at roughly the same time, 11:30 a.m. my time, which is Pacific Standard Time. I still got a little Diet Coke left here. Second half of the stream will be me playing my piano. I'm going to bring my piano right in here. Sorry you're coming in late to the show. Someone else just joined us on YouTube. But, you know, you can always hit that rewind button should you want to. There's some interesting flying we did today. I really enjoyed the flying segment. There'll be more flying tomorrow. I'll have roughly an hour of flight segment. I don't know where we're going to go. I don't know what we're going to fly around in. There will be Diet Coke, okay? That I can pretty much guarantee you. Again, the second half of the show, I will be doing Ken's Piano Lounge. There we go. Piano sitting right over there. Bring my piano, slam it right in here. Whip out my book of my list of piano lamps. That's something. Whip out my list of piano lamp songs, and we do it a whole thing again tomorrow. And then the day after that, that's Monday, more flight simulating and another guitar, a different guitar, probably very similar content. What was I gonna hear? Oh, I gotta put down. Ooh, that's fine. Oh, that was a nice stream though. I really enjoyed myself. Again, it's always quiet on the weekends, which I like. But that's fine, you know. It's the weekday streams, which we get more of the regular crowd on. Excuse me. But I'm just finish up a little Diet Coke. Say thanks again to everyone who dropped by. It was a typical Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. I said that about 500 times per show. And then I did my little karaoke songs, which I get a kick out of. I think I'm the only one who does this karaoke thing where I play the guitar and sing along with a karaoke song. So I've pretty much invented that genre, and I'm sticking to it. The good thing is that if I want to learn new songs, pretty much every song in the world has a karaoke version. Like there's nothing you can't find. And some of them are really good. Like that Carolina in My Mind's got those back-end vocals that just absolutely go nuts. They go hard. I want to find some more like that, like serendipitous, like, oh my God, the great songs that have backing vocals for a male voice. It doesn't have to be a male voice, but like James Taylor, so I'm going to work. I'm always like looking for that kind of stuff, you know.
So we'll be adding songs. You know, we always take out songs. We added songs, but now the piano section will probably be pretty typical because that's, you know, I have a limited number of songs I have memorized. But basically, I'm ready to become a professional lounge pianist on the day that I get fired from my job as a professional software engineer for a major United States bank, because that pays better than than any of the stuff does. But hey, I have a second career in line should I ever need it, as and the thing is, eventually computers probably pretty soon will learn how to program themselves, but will they be able to play a piano in person? You know what I mean? Artificial intelligence, you know what I'm saying? Actually physically play the piano in person? I don't think so, not for a while. So that's why I think piano playing is a better, could potentially be a better play. Of course, farming is probably a better career in the future, because we're all going to be farming after the artificial intelligence becomes alive and destroys all society. But that's fine. We're looking forward to that. That'll be fun. We'll all be farming because we'll have to. That's the way we'll be able to get food. All right, but moving on from that cheerful subject, let's see. Anybody I want to, there almost never is anyone I want to raid. And in this case, there's no one I want to raid, which is fine. But I will say goodbye. I'm going to run my outroll. And again, I had a great time today. We had a good 2-hour show. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow. So it should be fun. We'll see you then.